Live from Detroit, live from Detroit, live from Detroit.
Pink suits with hats to match, big crocodiles and Cadillacs. You looking for the fattest sacks? This is where it's at. Windows tinted, seats fully reclined. Keep the hands on the burner, cause niggas know that it's money on their mind.
Yo, what up, though? It's your man Jay Johnson, aka the tinfoil hat titan, aka the conspiracy realist, aka the technology snob, Steve Jobs Jr. Don't text me with your green bubbles, aka I only debate my equals, everybody else I teach. Also known as Juice, because all the hoes say, Jay, you ice, young Caesar, because you know you can't roam without me. Mister, if you don't like me, fight me. I got kicked out of Noah's Ark because they couldn't find another animal just like me, aka the West Side T'Challa, the new leader of Wakanda. Don't debate me, debate your mama. I am the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. What up?
What up, though? This your man Dame Gone Wild, the West Side Landlord, the Pride of PA, High Chief Dame Don't Fuck Around, the Liquor Store Legend, the Corner Store Conquistador, your mama's favorite Dame, and the David Ruffin of the Shop Talk Podcast, because you know who the fuck they came to see. Not you, Otis. It's no better than these 4 letters. Thank God for Dame. And if you're speaking on Dame, you better say it nice. And if you don't put the boss in front, then bitch, you're not saying it right. Let's go.
Welcome back, Shop Talk Podcast, episode 153.
Don't fuck up the count.
You know, got to keep the count, right? 153, man. What's going on? How was your week, brother?
Week was cool. I'm still in this fucking walking boot. I can't wait to get out this bitch, man.
Yeah, I'm ready for you to get out.
I feel like I've been locked up in this motherfucker.
They won't let you out.
Nah. And this boot is like today. It feels like it weighs 300 pounds.
You kind of look like you pushing 300 today.
No, I'm not. I'm losing weight every day.
That's what's up.
But
man.
I mean, I did backslide with this slushy, but you know, whatever.
I was being
the Lord is married to the backslider.
Well, I mean, you know, man, I've been good, man.
What's up with that ankle?
I'm good. I had a little light jog in today. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't used the ace bandage like I told you.
No, ain't no ace bandage gonna do nothing. Okay, like I feel like I can fight again. So if a nigga catch me out there, I can put some pressure on it.
Till they kick you in your motherfucking ankle, have you on the ground right. Like an old ass man.
Man, but like this week, last Saturday actually, man, I went out to this event.
The only R&B?
Yeah, a night of R&B that was down at the Charles.
Who the fuck invited you out and didn't invite me?
Oh, Mr. David Ruffin of the Shop Talk.
Who the fuck invited you somewhere?
But it was pretty dope, man. I went out there. I took some pictures, did a little bit of video.
I saw it. It looked like a nice time.
Yeah, they had some cats out there from Baltimore, man. These niggas was dope.
Was they MCs or was they R&B
one
singers?
Of them, a little mixture. One of them was doing spoken word. 2 was singing and 1 to sing and rap. But they was pretty dope. And they started doing some shit off the top. You know, got the crowd involved. They started making up songs and shit. So it was pretty dope.
So again, who the fuck invited you and didn't invite me out?
Hey man, I be everywhere, fam. I'm sorry. I don't know what to do.
You just couldn't even give me a call.
Man, you got.
I got what, a warrant? I mean,
you got 5 responsibilities that I don't got. I can just bust up and move when
man, on a weekend, I'm easy breezy. Okay. It looked like it was something that ladies would be at, and I'm all about that.
It was definitely 90% ladies.
Okay.
There. So today it's been an interesting week of headlines, man.
Really? What popped off?
Well, one of my favorite MCs got a chance to be himself.
Who?
A rapper by the name of Bun B.
Oh, Bun B let them shots off.
So if y'all ever heard, so allegedly this is how the story goes. So a kid went up there, tried to break into his house. His wife was expecting a package, so she went to the door.
But it's like 5 a.m. Like, come on, baby, you're not expecting no.
Was
package.
It that early?
Yes. It was like before 7 a.m. You're not expecting no fucking package this early in the morning.
They say this was kind of story kind of shaky.
Yeah, this shit happened at like 5 a.m.
Really?
Yeah, she went to the door expecting a package and ended up, and it was a young nigga in a mask trying to get in the house.
That's the only thing I didn't understand. Like, I know you didn't expect the Amazon nigga to have a mask on.
Yeah.
Like,
But I mean, she had to, when you face to face, he at the front door with the mask on, trying to get in. I mean, she just gave up the keys.
Well,
thought the nigga would just go away.
Well, the reason I wanted to talk about it because she said, well, the story is that he kept trying to make his way upstairs, but she wouldn't let him because she figured you there to get my husband and I'm gonna protect my husband. So she got him like, hey, just take the car instead. And that's when he heard what was going on upstairs, came down there, protect the queen, exchange some shots. He walks away, and the other nigga
got shot
away.
Twice in the shoulder and showed up at a hospital a few hours later.
Yeah, but this 5 a.m. type of shit, that shit kind of muddy.
What the fuck did you expecting?
It was they was expecting some hash cab. I don't know, man. That's pretty wild.
I mean, because I've been expecting shit in the mail, but like, nigga, not before the ass crack of the day.
Yeah, I don't know about that, dog. 5 o'clock in the morning.
Where you gonna be? Outside on the corner?
I don't know. I got nothing. I'm not expecting shit at 5 o'clock in the morning. Fuck is you up? Fuck is you up downstairs for? I'm supposed to be in the bed. I don't know. That's wild. But I respect Bun B. You shouldn't break in niggas' house in Texas.
You shouldn't break in niggas' houses nowhere.
No, I'm saying, but like some states, like everybody got a gun, and like Texas is one of the places where like forget a permit, just take the shit. You shouldn't fuck with niggas' houses and.
I feel like if you break into a nigga house and they kill you, that's, oh well.
I mean,
oh well, dump the nigga in the trash.
That's how
they come on Friday.
That's how I feel. One other thing though that took me by surprise this week.
What's up?
You know Nickolas Cage, the actor.
Yeah.
He got married in Vegas, right?
Okay.
You know niggas go to Vegas, get drunk, they get married. 4 days later, he came to his senses and was like, I'm getting this shit annulled. His wife on spousal support for the 4 days.
Prorated. I mean, what the fuck she get? About $1,000?
She said she had to quit her job and
shut the fuck up. You can go back. You can go back.
She a makeup artist. She said she lost some jobs. And now because they were married, she thinks she's entitled to.
It's been 4 days. You didn't lose that much income. You can go back and like, nigga, I done quit jobs and went back within a week. It's cool. You can go back. You don't deserve spousal support. Where does he live at? Cali?
They got married in Vegas, though.
But I'm saying, where's their normal residence? That's where you got to get the.
You know, white people stay in California, so they been kicking it for about 6 months.
You don't get you don't get no money for getting your fucking time wasted. Because I mean, if that's the precedence, like, nigga, I'm gonna be up under the jail for wasting women's time. Like I don't even have that much money to toll out for the time I done wasted for different women. So I mean, that shit doesn't add up.
Hey, so what's the prorate supposed to be?
I don't know.
My yearly income divided by the months divided by days times 4, divided by in half.
Give her $250 and tell her to go about her way. $250 in a pair of Yeezys. Shit.
No, dog. I take the Yeezys. But look, man, we got a guest in the building this week.
That's the most ridiculous shit I fucking heard in my life, man. Shit made me mad.
She want that 4 days. So if you was with Oprah for a weekend, you take the 3-day prorate.
If I was with Oprah for a weekend,
yeah,
I would get more than that because I'd have been knocked her up. I'd have got her pregnant in 3 days.
But it's the 4th day, and we don't know yet.
Oh, I know she's pregnant. Because I'm not
clearly you fertile.
Yeah, and I'm not pulling out no time. You can get rid of me, but that baby will be here, and you better not get rid of my seed.
All right, man. And like I was saying, man, we got a special guest in the building this week. What a transition. Our guest, we'll find out how her week was. I've been looking at the socials, so I kind of have an idea of what her week went, but I'm going to let her introduce herself, and then we'll talk about how her week was.
Yo. I don't got no introduction like how y'all had, but yo, what's good, y'all? My name is Che, a.k.a. Detroit Che. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, Princess of the D, period.
Okay.
That's what's up. And I was in looking at the socials. I said, you been across the The world.
Yeah,
This
I
week.
just got back from Berlin, Germany. Me and my best friend, my producer right here, Ali Keys. We performed in Berlin, Germany at a festival this weekend. And man, that shit was amazing.
Man.
Like it's so different from
They embrace
performing-
hip hop differently across seas.
It's so different. It's like back over here, it's like you would be performing, people would be talking amongst, themselves, their friends, and maybe even on their phones and stuff like that. But over there, it's like they'd be sitting and they'd just like really be consuming like the art, you know, and like really observing like the artists, And it's different because I know this is my second time performing over in Berlin, Germany, but my first time, I'm like, damn, do they like me or like what's going on? Like I'm used to, people being like, yeah, making noise, but they're really like in tune.
Focused.
Exactly. So this time it was, it was crazy for him to see it. You know what I'm saying? It's like I was telling him about it, but for us to kind of like really witness that again, it was just like, I don't know, it's crazy. But I'm really grateful for the opportunity. And even after the show, like they came up to us, they gave us like hugs. They actually like thanked us, like, thank you for performing. And I actually received a DM from a girl from over in Europe. I don't even know if she was from Berlin specifically, but I know she's from over there. And she was like, I just want to let you know, like, we really did appreciate, the performance. Like, my friend is over from the States, so she tells me, like, it's a difference.
Yeah.
But I want you to know that we really appreciated it. So, it was a blessing to even, like, get that, like, confirmation or, like, that affirmation from them, that they even cared to, like,
That's
give us
dope.
that, so.
So you stepped off the stage and see somebody with your merch on?
Yes. Oh my! I thought like I'm like, dang, he bootleg Chénges. I'm like, but that's sweet though. Like somebody, But no, he actually I had sent my first out of the country order probably like sometime last year, a little bit after I had left Berlin the first time. I didn't know that was him though. So when I got off stage, I'm just like looking, and he just like this. I'm like, nigga, that's Chénges. I tapped him. I'm like, bro, look. So shout out to Renzo, man. He's originally from Italy, but he stays in Berlin, Germany. He was like, yeah, I took your hat to Poland. And I'm like, bro, what? Like, so that was amazing. Like, never in a million years would I ever have, thought that I would get off stage and see somebody, like, actually wearing my merchandise. So
That's
crazy.
super dope. That's super dope.
And I mean, the fact that it's touching all around the world like that, you never know. When you're an artist and you produce art, you never know where it's going to land, what ears it's going to touch, who's going to absorb it and appreciate it. And then you see it out there because you create. You spend your days creating bars, coming up with new songs and concepts, and you put it out there and you hope people love it and appreciate it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's like you said. I mean, it's just amazing that it touched. You never know. Like, I'm from West Side, 7 Mile, Detroit, Michigan. Like, how do I make it all the way over to Berlin, Germany? And like these people, like the younger people, they're more like bilingual, so they can speak, German and English. But, even for like the older people, they may not have even knew, what I was actually saying, but just to still receive like a huge response from them, it's still like touching, like, damn, like it touched them in some sort of way.
That's super
that's crazy.
dope. Now, I saw you was on a panel over there.
Yeah, actually, I was a part of a artist panel over there. It actually took place like right after the show, and a few people like stayed around and they asked us like a few questions and everything. It really was based off Nick. He's the guy that made like the Sound Clash machines that me and Ali were like performing in front of, and he had spent like, I think, what did he say, like 3 to like 5 years on like one of them.
Said 10.
Yeah, 10 years on like, it's like literally it's a tank, like a war tank, but it's like a sound tank. So like it has like speakers and it's like projecting sound out of like a tank, but it actually turns on like a vehicle. Like you can move it, you can drive it up the street like a vehicle.
Oh, that's pretty
So
dope.
it's literally like a sound tank. So that was our first time like having that experience. Like we don't really have that over here. I mean, you can pop the trunk open,
that's
you know,
something
bang
totally
the
different.
See it a little bit.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
kind of like what it looked like.
And Ali, introduce yourself, my brother.
Yeah.
What's going on, y'all? My name is Ali Keys, 1/3 of Dope Div. I am the producer. You feel me?
I know you look
AKA
familiar.
Young Kilo. You feel me? Coney Run. We
Oh.
just dropped Coney Run. You feel
Hell
me?
yeah, I'm up on Coney Run.
You hip to Coney Run?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
That's me. That's me, dog.
Yeah,
Okay.
He was in here with
With
the
Cheyenne.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
yeah, Cheyenne. Okay, yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah, I got
How
y'all on
everybody
my
doing
I
out
got it
there?
on my phone right now.
Yeah.
You know
Hey,
what I'm
let's
saying?
get it. That's how we do it in here. You
It's
feel
lit.
me? Okay.
I listen.
lit.
Squad.
Squad.
I listen, man. So
My mans, I appreciate it. I
for
appreciate
sure,
it.
for sure. So like the first time I was I heard your name was back like in 2014ish.
Okay.
Around
Cypher, really.
Yeah.
It was like when I
Yeah.
first kind of got familiar with your sound.
Okay, for sure.
How'd that come out? How did you feel when that happened?
That really still feels weird. Like, people will be like, hey, you look like the girl that was, I don't know if you heard. Because, like, my hair done went through so many different changes.
Yeah.
Like, so they
Changes.
like, exactly, no pun intended. They like, you look like this girl. I'm like, I'm her. They like, well, you was in the Cypher. So I still get that response today. And it's like 5 years later.
Yeah,
So that moment, to be honest, and this is like not being cliche, but it really hasn't like sunk in with me yet. Like, I still can't believe I was like actually on like national like television. But the whole thing came about, actually, shout out to my homie Alexis from Southfield Lathrop. She sent me a DM and was like, Sprite and BET is having a contest. It's a Hot 16 contest. You should enter it. I'm like, nah, I don't know. I don't know how I really feel about it. She's like, no, like, for real. So I'm like, all right, whatever. I pray on it, whatever. Took some time on it, you know what I'm saying? Long story short, ended up, like, entering and everything. And, you know what I'm saying? I guess that's one of the accomplishments that, got me here today. It actually worked in my favor. And after entering the Hot 16 contest, I found out I was one of the finalists. And then after that, it's like this voting process. It's a crazy voting process. It was supposed to be like 4 to 5 days, and I think like it ended on like maybe the third day. And like it just, nobody could vote no more. And I was scared. I thought like I got disqualified. I'm like, dang, I got wiped out. Because I think I did a 16, but the person I went against did like a 32. But his other 16, I'm like, dang. He was going. I'm like, I might have lost that one. So when the voting period stopped, I'm like, oh man, I don't know how this gonna go. But a few days later, I ended up, getting like that email, but I couldn't say nothing at the time. So I'm like,
which is tough, man.
I'm like, bro,
Some
how
life
you
changing
gonna-
shit happened and be like, what?
It's like, I can't tell my mama. Like, oh no, I'm gonna get a whooping for this. Like, hold on, I can't tell my mama. So that moment right there was surreal when I actually got the email to find out that, I had won from the whole voting process and everything like that. And actually when I had got out to, what was it? California. I went out to LA to film the Cypher. And they had told me, that's like the most like interaction that they had got from, the fans for that contest like in a minute. So it, it's still a blessing today. Like it really don't even feel real. Like that really happened.
Because like 2014, 2000, those around the time where the Cyphers was like, it really meant something. They kind of they've been kind of falling off every year. So they still meant something at that time.
Definitely. I definitely agree with that. I think that it's weird because I think that like music was really in a different space, and I think really the world was in a different space. And like now you can tell, it's a lack of content, it's a lack of passion, it's a lack of everything nowadays. It's very watered down. So I think that's now when we get the Cyphers, it's like people aren't really appreciative of it because it's nothing there.
It's not cohesive. They just like throw a few people together.
Oh yeah.
Y'all figure it out.
Yeah.
That was like, it's like I'm not looking for like people who hot or got something like we need somebody from Yugoslavia.
Right.
Let me go. It's like I got a checklist. Throw them on there and like hope it works out.
Oh yeah.
No, I just want to hear some spitters.
Yeah, and I need some like sometimes it'd be random types, random energies in the room. Like you can't really have no Cypher with random energies. Like it got to be.
Yeah, you know what? I think that's really how music is now, and that's how I am like really as an artist. Like if it's not like a genuine like connection, I don't feel any type of connection. I really don't.
Yeah.
I don't participate in it. Because that's just me personally. Like, I just feel like if it's no passion in it, then what really is it? Like, we just kind of here just to, like, do it because it's appropriate. But if it don't really mean nothing, I ain't trying to put my name on it.
I get it. So, like, in 2014, how long were you rapping? Was that, like, I just started and this happened? Or, like, I put in work and this?
I think every, black kid, wrote their little raps and stuff like that. But for most of my life, I played basketball.
Okay.
So I wasn't even supposed to be doing this. I thought I was going to be in the WNBA, you know, stuff like that, or I was gonna be the first woman in the NBA, you know, those type of, you know, things. So it probably was around like my senior year of high school. I was just like, you know what, I really don't want to do basketball like that. And me personally, I just didn't want to be selfish and take up space of a scholarship when I know it was a young lady out there that really wants this, that's going to give it 110%. Yeah. And when it comes to athletics, when you get to college, it's not just about being a talented athlete. It's about being, you're a student at the same time. So it's like, you know, you got to have your grades together and your game got to be tight too. Yeah. And I knew personally that wasn't what I wanted to do. So I'm like, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So I ended up going to Specs Howard for a year for video production and radio broadcasting. And I'm like, that's why I got a respect for y'all, because this, like, no, it'll probably be hella dead air right now. Like, I'll probably be fired if this was like, if I was like really on like a radio station right now. So I got, shout out to y'all. Respect. I respect y'all.
Appreciate it.
But no problem. I realized that wasn't something that I wanted to do neither. But however, like going over into my artistry, I still apply what I learned from like the video production for like the visual aspects and stuff like that. But anyhow, like really just getting back into like I was saying, like, I really did basketball for most of my life, and it just really took, like, one little cipher I kind of wrote in, like, my senior year. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do it. So, like I said, I went to school for a year. I finished that. I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm just get something on paper just so I can always fall back on that if need be. Yeah. But now I'm going to go full throttle with my music. So, I'll probably have to say, I always have these moments in my life where I think I'm taking music seriously, but I'm not really taking it seriously because it's another episode that happens, and I'm like, damn, Che, you got to buckle the fuck up. Yeah. You know, I mean, can I cuss?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, you know, I gotta buckle the fuck up. And, so I'll probably have to say, I've been rapping here and there. I know I just went through a whole thing. I just want people to know, because, you know, some people may not have no clue who I am.
We're going to go through it all.
All right, for sure. Good. So, I would probably say, you know, I've been rapping here and there all my life. But as far as taking it serious, maybe 2014, 2015. So, yeah, like shortly after the Cypher, and then kind of like a little bit after that.
Yeah. So the Cypher was really like your first kind of big look.
National, you know, or international, yeah, definitely. But 2013, I had won the Imported from the D contest. Okay. So that kind of like spreaded me out a little bit more in the city. And then I had released a mixtape with DJ BJ called Noah, and then that kind of like spread it out. So
now, am I tripping? Did your name always used to always have the same rap name?
You know what? I had a few different rap names. It was Juicy Gina. That was like back in 2012, 2013. Then it switched to it was always originally Che, because that's like half of my name, so I always went by Che. But like I said, Juicy Gina. And then it was Detroit Che. That was like right after the Imported from the D, because I kind of felt like I just needed to do something, which is something that I look back on now and I'm like, you know, don't rush your moments, you know, kind of like, you know, ponder on them a little bit.
I was a couple of my other hip hop people. I'm like, dog, I know she used to have a different rap name, but
it was Detroit Che, then it was Che, Juicy Gina. Damn, was it anything else? Before that, you know what? It probably was. I probably just don't even want to disclose because it was so lame. It was so lame. But yeah, I had a few different names, but it really always had like Che in it somehow. Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
I think every rapper goes through like those transitions.
Yeah.
To find out what really fits.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I told niggas my first rap name. It was bad.
Hey, but you know, you have to go through those moments. You know, definitely.
I just said it on I just said it on Jay Johnson because like.
That's who I am, but you got to find something that worked for you.
I feel it.
Facts.
Yeah, so I feel like Che, you know, Che fits. I don't have a problem when people say, yo, that's Detroit Che. I don't got a problem. You know, just say Che and not Shay or Chi. As long as you don't say that, I don't care. You say Detroit Che, you say Che, whatever. Just don't say Shay or Chi.
That's what's up.
Those are my pet peeves. Man.
Yeah, I get it. So then like after that, it went to like around 2016 or so where we were looking at like trying to get to that XXL Freshman 10 cover. So that was a lot of coverage.
That actually was pretty random too, because I didn't expect to, you know, be in the running. I think it was called the top 10, or it was called something similar to like the little Hot 16 thing. But or they was picking like the finalist thing, but that was real random. I didn't know that I was gonna be a part of it or anything. And I feel like now that, I kind of like really pay attention to the business side of things, I think that really, I appreciate everybody who, did vote for me at the moment, but I still think that, certain publications, they already have their mind up, you know what I'm saying? And it's still a good look for like crowd participation and, you know what I'm saying, like things to be surfaced around whatever they're trying to promote for the moment. But shout out to everybody that voted for me. But, I still just think that, it was definitely a good opportunity. But although it didn't happen, I feel like it was necessary that it didn't happen because I had to learn so many things. I'm still learning now. And I'm like, damn, I wasn't ready. Like, I'm trying to imagine being signed or, being like up there in 2014. Like, hell no. Hell
Yeah,
no.
I get it, man.
I would have made so many mistakes that probably at this point of time in my life, I probably would be like, I probably would be so messed up to where it's like, I don't want to do music, Okay. So, because I was very ignorant. I was very young, and that's just personally, artistically. So now that I'm like maturing and, seeing that, okay, it's not just about being an artist, but you need to know the business side of things as well. So, like I said, I would have probably messed myself up back then, but, I'm very grateful where I am now. I'm grateful of the obstacles that I went through, and I feel like it's very necessary to be at where I'm at now.
I think you mentioned something that was real important. That gloss and just wanting to be signed.
Yeah.
When you are an artist and you out here on your grind, you think that's the golden ticket.
Number one thing.
Like I'm assigned to a label and they gonna put me on. No,
I'm to the moon after that.
No, sometimes you gonna sign to a label. They gonna sit you on the shelf.
Oh yeah.
So they feel you good and damn ready until you produce something worth putting out.
Exactly. That's why I think it was so cool that I thought I was done with basketball, but it still was a lot of things from sports that swayed over to music. And I'm like, okay, let's just say I'm used to being a good player on the basketball team. But when you get to a different level of it, you're not always that star. You can think that you're ready for it. There you go. So seeing a whole different, game of it, I'm like, okay, I need to hit the gym, and that's when I hit the pen and pad, or that's when I hit the books. And, like I said, I'm still learning now, but, if anybody is listening, you're a creative, any type of artist, anything that you do, learning is very, 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 very vital. Nowadays, we are living in a viral world. Yeah. Everything is happening so fast. If I don't want to go to the grocery store, I can get my groceries delivered.
Facts.
If I don't want to drive, I can get Uber. If I don't want to pay a bill, I can pay it online. So we think everything comes fast, but it's like, it's a journey, it's a process with all of this shit, anything that you do in life. So take your time, with any and everything that you do and try to learn, because once you get there and you didn't try to take, heed of those lessons.
They're going to take advantage of it.
Oh, yeah. We see it happening now.
Every
got
day.
So many
Every day.
artists and these deals, and it's like, I can't release. And like I said, by the time you can release, you don't want to because you're so emotionally drained. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's real hard on the artists nowadays. Like, and people don't understand that neither. And that's why, my fault, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, especially like if you created something, there's a sense of urgency around that project.
Right.
And like, I feel this is the time to put it out. So if they didn't made you wait for 18 months, it's like, no, I won't put this out no more. That's not even how I feel no more. This is how I felt when I created. Now, I'm in a whole nother space. How am I going to promo?
The lyrics feel dated to me.
Yeah. Like me and him, you know what I'm saying? We'll work on music every single day. That's what we've been doing for the past few years. Like, and I won't post anything about it, but it's just, it's something to always do to make sure I'm always staying.
You got to get sharp.
Exactly. Got to stay sharp.
Practice make perfect.
Yeah.
Definitely. Period. So, me and him, we got a lot of things that we working on, but it's like, I be telling him, like, I don't know if I really want to drop it because I feel like I done grown from this, or this was months ago, this was a year ago, and it's still like, okay, it's going to be new to them, but it's still a battle with the artist because it's like, we done already.
I've grown from that point.
Yeah, so it's so weird. It's trying to find like that balance, you know what I'm saying?
Sometimes those songs end up getting new life in the future. Listening to Nipsey, of course, right?
Oh man,
Victory Lap, the title track. He said he wrote that like a week after Crenshaw dropped. You know what I'm saying?
He had already wrote that. Yep, sat on it.
A lot of them songs sat on, but like he could have. He dropped maybe like 2 or 3 other projects in between those. But sometimes the emotion of a record, like, nah, not no more.
Right.
couple years go past, like, now I'm ready to put this out.
Exactly.
I feel this.
Exactly. I think he was even saying how I think he said the intro was supposed to be the outro or something like that was supposed to be flipped. And it's like, when you really take your time and sit with the music, it'll give you a different vibe. Maybe you thought like this was the intro, then you like, nah, this the outro, bro. Like this need to be how they leave out with it. So, that's it's really hard like being an artist and trying to get your audience to understand those things because a lot of the times the audience is just the audience. They're not, and this ain't no disrespect to the audience because there are still some artists, that will be fans of my stuff too, but some people are just listeners, they don't have any type of creative ability, so they don't really understand, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's weird, like, dang, like, just give me some time, you know what I'm saying? I want this to be as perfect for y'all as possible, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to hold y'all out of shit. If I could, I'll release a new song every day, but it's like, it's not gonna be delivered how I would want y'all to receive it. So it's like, it's kind of like a connection to the listener and to the audience. I mean, to the listener and from the artist that, like, I really want people to understand nowadays, too. It's like, we're not just holding out on music just to hold out. We want it to sound perfect for y'all. You know what I'm saying? This is our baby. We don't just, real artists ain't just writing shit and just dropping it and whatever. Like you said, it's really like a moment in our lives. You know what I'm saying? So to share that with people, and even sometimes to get like negative like critiques on it, it's a lot. Like it takes a lot for an artist to be that vulnerable.
Yeah, for sure.
Because when you put your baby out there to the world, you putting it out there to be critiqued.
Exactly.
You like for you, it's an emotional connection. I've been working on this 18 months. I put my blood, sweat, and tears into it. Exactly. And I'm gonna give it to y'all, and I'm hoping that you love it. Hey. But it's just gonna always be that sector of people that's like, I'm an artist, but I'm sensitive about my shit.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? For real.
Like, damn, it's like, I done told y'all niggas a secret. Like, now you telling everybody, like,
they like, man, fuck that secret. You feel me? I'm like, dang, I ain't saying nothing no more. I'm done.
So let me ask. So around 2014, 2016, I'm sure you had a certain look of how the industry is going to be and how it is.
Right.
Like, all right, we're not getting this is going to happen and whatnot. Like, how has your journey changed from then to right now? And like, how has the industry treated you in that time frame?
I think in the beginning after the Cypher, I kind of like put myself into the industry. And now as I've like matured, I kind of like don't. Like I understand that it's there, but I don't really try to consider myself a part of it because it's so fabricated. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just down to the business side, even nowadays down to the artistry of the whole going viral just to get followers and get, monetary gain and stuff like that. So I really don't even try to put myself in it, but it definitely opened my eyes. I thought that was what I wanted. Like I said, I thought I wanted to get signed immediately. Now I'm more so on the independent route. Like, I have my own publishing company. I own my own publishing, my own masters, stuff like that. So, and getting more of that knowledge and realizing that I can do this myself. Mm-hmm. You have, for an example, we got Spotify, I'll just say Apple Music. You know what I'm saying? This is like, I ain't trying to like throw no shade to nobody. I'm just giving like an example. So you have Apple Music, but you gotta think about it. One person thought like, let's take the physical, let's take the CD away. Let's give them something electronic and put it on their phone so they don't need the physicalness. I just give it to them right up on their phone right away. Yeah. And now it's like, you see somebody and I'll be like, yeah, I'm selling the CD. And they be like, oh no, you on Apple Music, bro? It's like, yeah, but you don't want the physical CD? Like, I can sign it for you too. Like, thanks. No. That's cool, bro. What's your Apple Music though? And it's like,
a CD used to be an experience.
Man, I had a conversation with somebody. Exactly. And like, I feel like we've been tricked into paying $10 a month for the rest of your life.
For sure.
Keep this.
Forever.
Bro.
Like forever. I gotta pay $10 a month forever.
I'm gonna bring this up. I just seen this.
It gets deep.
Shout out to United Masters for dropping gems and giving artists game. And shout out to Tidal for being one of the highest streaming payouts. Shout out to Hove. Yep. Period.
I stole it from you.
Right here. Oh yeah, for sure. Now, you know what I'm saying? Let's say you say you paying $9.99 per month. Now,
forever.
I would get per string, I would get 0 0.0073 Did I say a penny? Did I say a nickel?
Hell no.
I say a dime. I say 25 cents.
Hell no.
Getting a seventh of a penny. Like
But-
the quote AJ from the Connected Experience, like somebody showed me, put a seventh of a penny on the table for me.
Like, can I go eat? No, I can't go eat with that. They don't even want to really accept change at the gas station no more. I took some change to the gas station about 2 months ago. I had all this change, about $10 in change. Still money. Oh, no, you can't bring this anymore. I said it's $10 in quarters. But what I'm trying to say is the standard now is to have your music as an artist on a streaming platform. And if it's not on Apple Music, you're not official. You're not solidified. But me selling my music out my trunk for $10 a pop, you know what I'm saying? Let's say I got 10 people to come up. I sell mine for $10. That's $100 right there. But I get 0.0073 off you paying it, but you paying $9.99 per month.
You bought
It's a different type of hustle.
like you buying a CD every
It's a
month.
different type of
Yeah.
hustle.
I'm gonna buy a CD every month for the rest of my life. I might as well just go buy.
Go straight to the artist, you know, and I get it because at the same time they kind of break it down to where it's like, okay, you will spend, you know, $9.99 and that artist will only get that $9.99 just that one time versus all the streams. But it's like, bro, you damn near got to get like 1 million streams just to get even a few $1,000s.
Well, let's show for 50, you need 53 million streams to
To
make
get
$1
$1
million
million.
at the best.
At
so
the
that's
highest.
at Napster, who playing 0.019. Tidal was number 2 at 0.125. But at the highest one, the highest payout, it takes you 53 million streams to make $1 million.
That's a lot of streams.
At the lowest rate, which is YouTube,
Right.
1.5 billion
Billion.
streams
Billion.
to make $1 million.
And
Bruh.
we're talking about me
come
and my platform right now. We're talking about, you know, somebody I'm not signed, you know what I'm saying? So me trying to think about getting those type of numbers, you know, right now, it's kind of like, all right.
What's
you
the
know.
highest? Like, I think it's the Wiz Khalifa joint is the highest stream
What,
song.
Black and Yellow or some shit?
No, the Paul Walker joint from
See you again?
yeah. See You Again video on YouTube has
4 billion.
4 billion. So they only made about $3 million off that song.
But think about if he get wait, how much did he make?
Well, they say you can make $1 million at 1.5 billion.
Okay.
And he only at 4, so you probably like at a 2.5 million off that song.
Let's say if he got $1 per person, he would have still made more than that. But that's paying the artist directly. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the narrative needs to be switched to. Is for the artists to
Like, I'm
distribute
waiting.
their own product, for them to sell their own product. And my fault, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
And you know what I'm saying? Like, even going back to like Master P, like, you know, shout out to Master P for show. Like, you know, you turning down $1 million deals with $500 in your pocket, and you will think that that's crazy, but that shit right there is genius. That's faith. That's ambition. That's power right there. Sometimes saying no is more powerful than saying yes.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now look at him. He's self-made. Like, it ain't no limit, really. No pun
Facts.
intended. It ain't no
And
limit to
nobody,
what he can do.
I mean, first of all, I'm with you. P is one of the people I admire. You cannot knock P in any
can't.
type of level.
You
He is a
can't.
ghetto superhero.
No, he's just a superhero.
Nigga played in the NBA.
Like
He played in the
He just
NBA,
said
bro.
he woke up one day and said, "I want to hoop."
He played in the
and I'm gonna
NBA.
play in the NBA.
There's not an industry that he ain't do already though. You know what
No.
I'm saying?
He
So
done did
from
entertainment.
from music,
from
Shit, clothing.
movies, clothing.
remember Derek Anderson used to play
sports.
for the San Antonio
Yeah.
Spurs. He was his manager. Like the Rock Nation Sports.
He helped.
He did that shit already.
He helped
Cell
broker
phone
that
service.
Ricky Williams deal back in the day.
He had multiple artists, cell phone service, movies, TVs, gas stations, toys. Like everything he's done, everything.
And that's another thing that our people need to know is just like, we always get taught like, what you want to be when you grow up? Oh, I want to be a basketball player. I want to be a rapper. And it's just all these entertainment fields that we think we're only powerful in.
Even an engineer.
Yeah, like we lack in, the technical field. Like that's why I be looking for black techs now.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Like we take up most of the percentages of buying video games.
100%.
So why are we not, making these softwares, making these hardwares? Because we out there. You know what I'm saying? Well, we got to know that it's more than, to black people than just sports and rapping.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Think
You
about
can literally be whatever the fuck you want to be.
Period.
Yeah.
You just got to wake up, put in the hard work, and
Exactly.
determine that this is what the fuck I'm going to do. I
Yep.
don't care what nobody else got to say about it.
Right.
If you just put your nose to the dirt and work hard as fuck,
got to.
you can really do whatever the fuck you want to do.
It's a sacrifice that people don't want to do. Like you said, putting your nose to the dirt. People, because when you do that, you zoned in. But all this other stuff outside, you can't see it. Don't nobody want to tune out because don't nobody want to be looked at like, you weird, nigga. You spend all your time in that room working on that damn shit. But
I feel like that's
That
for
sounds like
sure.
somebody mama right there.
I feel like that's for sure like some type of
Man.
it's like a play of an agenda though if you think about it, because it's like when it comes to engineers, when it comes to what do you want to be when you grow up, or I just want to be an entertainer type thing. Even when you be like, oh, you should want to go be a tech, you should want to go be an engineer. Why? We failed, or I feel like we wasn't taught ownership. You know what I mean?
No, not
it's
at all.
It's cool to be an engineer, but what the fuck you being an engineer for?
Because
what the fuck you gonna own?
They be like,
you need to
that makes a
build
lot of
something.
money, so go be that.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It just can't be that. It got to be like what comes after you make all that money. Like what you gonna use with all these smarts? You just gonna continue to be an engineer? Like build your own shit, build wealth, build. What was you saying? Build family
generational wealth.
generational wealth, like
Longevity, period.
Longevity. It's all within that. I feel like the black community for sure. Like
Because you can be an engineer and
You
just go to
wasn't
work
taught that.
every motherfucking day.
exactly. That's a
And that
regular
just
9 to
be
5.
it,
That's
yeah.
a regular 9 to 5. Just like a nigga working at
That's most of our
CVS, bro.
people,
That
though.
like that's a
You an engineer at one of these plants, and then you develop some shit that put your people out of work.
exactly.
Like, so yes,
exactly.
I'm an
Like-
engineer, but like,
But
I
what
just
the fuck
developed
did
this
I do
machine.
with
that-
I just made a robot that
Exactly.
put my ass out of work too.
Facts.
You know
Like,
what
I
I'm
look
saying?
at it all the time. Like, all right, you got the parents. Like, oh, I want to be a rapper. Hell no, you need to go work at the plant. All right, well, I go work at the plant. It's like, bro, look at all these Jeeps driving around. Look at all these Mustangs driving around. How many motherfuckers you think built the gas tank for them bitches? But like when
I
they
got
go
hella
home,
friends that-
it's like, damn, bro, you really assembled somebody's car, but they don't really have shit to show for it. It's like these
Yeah.
niggas really don't go home and
They
have
get the A plan and get
you
a
know what I'm
charger.
saying? It's like, bro,
Yeah, that's it.
for bro, y'all niggas actually out here building niggas cars. Y'all niggas need to really be held on some type of pedestal to where like y'all can't build y'all own car or have like y'all
For real.
own type
Exactly.
of like you
Like
know
in
what I
real
mean?
life, if you do the gas tanks and your man who worked down the hallway do this,
Do
like
the
if all y'all get
tires
together, all y'all know exactly
I
how to
just
build
said-
this shit together.
I
we
just
be
said
talking
that,
about this
like
shit on the
literally,
daily,
like before we went to Germany, we literally had this conversation. Like we have talks like this every day because our people don't think past what we see, and that's what any type of conversation I have with people amongst my people, you know what I'm saying. I try to just make them think a little bit further, you know what I'm saying. Like I said, okay, well if let's say you a security. You know what I'm saying? You security for a venue. You'd have been slaving for them all these years and everything. You really maintaining the venue and everything. Eventually, you should want to make your own security company.
Exactly.
Because you already can control a whole facility.
Mm-hmm.
So why not make your own?
Because we think so
Because
short-sighted.
we think
Yeah.
so.
we want
short-sighted.
the right now.
Yeah,
that I can
for
get
sure, for sure.
instant gratification.
Yeah.
I can
Instant
get my charger
gratification.
right now. I can get a Rolly right now. I can
Yeah.
get whatever I need right now.
Quick,
but like
quick.
10 years from now, I mean, me and Jay used
that's
to
why the studio here.
we used to
Word.
work. We used to work together back in the day,
Mm-hmm.
and I can tell you from the both of us, we blew so much fucking money working at our old job. I mean, because we was getting it fast. We
And
was
it was
young.
going as fast as you
Right.
get.
Hell
it.
yeah.
Oh,
Right.
I have no idea what the fuck I did with that money.
Nigga.
I was at the time I was like, what, 22, 23 years old, going through like 60 grand a year at 22. Like,
Shit.
I ain't got shit to
we
show
should've
for it
been
now.
like, we should have been like doing
But
something.
see, but peep, I think that's something that's something else within the black community.
Living at home with my mama. Shit.
I think
responsibility.
that's something else within the black community that wasn't taught on us. Like us as black people, we don't think 5 years to 10 years ahead of us. We only think about a couple months ahead of us. We only think how far that check can get us.
Niggas think 2 weeks to 2 weeks.
Hey, how fast do the dollar do the dollar
6 hours.
Yep.
Somebody explain it.
6 hours within the black community.
We talked about that a few
6
weeks
hours.
ago.
And you
6
know what?
hours,
I honestly think it's less than that. Cause take this for an example. I got friends that work at like Walmart. So as soon as you get off work, you know what I'm saying? Oh, good. I done got off. I'm about to go get me a snack. You just
Need to make that Coney Run.
but no, not. Hey, hit the Coney Run. Period.
Right.
But no, not that. What I'm saying
Real
is,
talk,
you know,
though.
let's say you just get off work at Walmart and you think like, okay, I'm about to go, you know, grab me some snacks and stuff. But I got food at the crib. But I'm gonna go grab me a candy bar. So you just bought that Snickers bar from Walmart and they just gave you that check. So
They
now
just
that money
gave you that
going right
check.
back to Walmart. So that's less than 6 hours. That's more so like 6 seconds.
I mean, we
so
wanna
that
keep
math.
it real. Like we don't even like we black people who living in the white community because we don't own none of this shit.
Oh, yeah.
Like we be like, nigga, this not our community. It's not really our community.
It's not ours to start with, bro.
It ain't.
Like-
It ain't. Because
Like
we
so,
not
when you
in
go
control.
when you go to the Walmart that's in the hood,
Oh yeah.
is it really in our community?
You gotta
No,
kind of
they
play by
set
their
up-
rules
they
a
set up
little bit.
shop.
You know what I mean?
They set up shop amongst us. You know what I'm saying? That's why.
Hell yeah.
Man, all of this, you know, think about the gas stations, you know what I'm saying? And I've had instances where, you know, I've been in the gas station, little black kids ain't have enough money to get some snacks after getting off the school bus, you know, and you know, the other nationalities is, you know, no, you ain't, I'm not about to let you get these chips, you know, hold it. You know, I had to buy snacks for some kids. And it's like, I mean, I get what you saying, but still, you amongst my
Damn, this
people.
about to be your customer for the next 10 years.
Exactly.
Man, give me a bag of chips.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But even that right there,
Like, give
you
him
know
a bag
what
of
I'm saying?
chips, fam. Like you gonna see him until he go to high school.
Hey, and even he gonna probably still come back and shot with
Probably
you.
still be in the hood.
Yeah.
But it's like the
sad,
hate that
sad.
you give them little niggas, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like the moment you show them little niggas that shit and you continue to show them, it's like, now you wonder why niggas grow up trying to rob this bitch. Now you wonder why niggas grow up acting a damn nut in your shit because you ain't show love. And I feel like that's a whole tactic when it comes to trying to take over motherfuckers like areas. You don't care about them. You don't care about the shit that's in there. You just caring about that money. And it's like, if you care about it, like let's say it was black motherfuckers running these damn liquor stores. Here, had this piece of candy. I know you ain't got it. Had this piece of candy.
So
You know what I'm saying?
Tell your
Like,
mama to come by here next weekend.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
She gonna owe me 10 at the end of the week. I'll let you get these chips, but tell Miss
that's
such
love,
and
and I
such.
feel like that's what keep the relationship of the customers.
But I mean, we don't
And
have
even then, I feel like you shouldn't even have to owe that $10 at the
shouldn't-
end of the
yeah.
week. That's just me,
Yeah.
just being me, because at the end of the day, you
Real
know what I'm
talk,
saying?
real
You
talk.
got to think about this whole thing. Like I said, we all disagreed on the fact that we only think like surface level. But you got to think about every invention inside of this room, from the electricity, the water bottles, you know, the remote controller, your shoes, your pants. Every single thing in here was original idea from a black person. Now, whether that idea had enough time to get patented or not.
Yeah.
Now, back in the day, what they was doing was black people had these inventions, but the fact that, you know, the other nationality, well, white people had the accessibility to go patent it. It was, oh, well, let's say you make the headphones. Well, I'm gonna hurry up and I'm gonna hurry up and go.
Or shit,
and
you just can't say you make it. Like you're not even a
Yeah,
human.
yeah. You not you
three
not
fifths,
even,
fam.
you-
Facts,
exactly.
facts,
You know what I'm saying? So
Just
when
like that penny.
Yeah,
You
like
ain't
when
even
you
a whole fucking.
you're not even a whole artist. You ain't even deserving of a whole penny. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? So we keep getting these reminders.
How do I put my heart and soul into something and you tell me I can't
That
get
I
a
can't-
penny off of that shit?
So what I'm waiting for is for a big enough artist. I wish Jay or Beyonce or somebody do it. Like, look, fam, just drop an app with your music on it. You pay me $10 to download my app, and all my music is there. Cause if you want to listen to it from your phone. But now I'm not getting paid 0.0 something percent.
Right.
I can
You
still
actually
get
getting
my
paid
yeah.
for
Right.
the fucking thing.
Like who not like
That's-
or Beyonce, like go to Beyonce.com and listen to my music.
Yeah, no, real talk. That's why it's so important for, you know, an artist to have their own website. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have my own website. So, you know, I've even been thinking about snatching my music off everything. You know, so the only way you can listen to my music is going to SMH itstime.com.
Yeah.
That's the only way you can get my music. And I feel like it should be like that because if I'm creating my own music, I should be the only distributor of my music too, especially if you gonna give me not even half of a damn penny.
I mean, I've been thinking
I
about
might as
that
well.
with YouTube.
Yeah.
Like, you know, YouTube they made the little changes where if you don't got like 100,
I still been trying to get
thousand
monetization
minutes
off
or
my
whatever. It used to be once you got 1 million views, they monetize your account.
stuff. Right.
They
Now
switched
I
it where
switch,
if you don't
yeah.
have it's a rolling number of minutes watched in a year, then they don't monetize. I'm like, well, now I'm putting up content for no reason.
Yeah.
Like I'm not making no money off of it. So
Oh, yeah.
only time somebody gonna look at it if I send them a link to it. So I'm gonna send you a link to the shit from my website. Like why should I have this going to your platform
Exactly.
versus my own platform?
Damn, you
Exactly. Yeah, I definitely been thinking about that because it's like, man, we might as well, especially if you pay for a website per month. I might as well pay for that website and bring all this revenue to my stuff. All eyes on
And
my
then when
stuff.
you get paid for revenue from YouTube, like whatever company pays X amount of dollars, and then YouTube gives you a share of that they made off of it. Like you don't even get the revenue per se.
Exactly,
So I'm like, well,
yeah.
fuck it, I'm gonna do this shit myself. Like, why am I gonna continue to just to push it to your platform? Because, like, so I look at the algorithm and shit, right? So like, if your shit ain't already popping or you didn't start off popping, how the algorithm set up, like they're not gonna put you in front of certain people.
Exactly.
So if you already at a disadvantage now,
Then that's
unless you just legitimately catch some viral shit, no one's gonna. You can type in the exact name of your song or whatever. It's
Right.
not gonna come up in that first
exact.
page.
Yep.
It comes up on a certain algorithm. So I'm like, well, fuck it. If I'm never gonna be popping in this platform, I'm gonna use this shit to my own advantage.
Exactly.
Like, why?
Yeah.
I mean, if you are business savvy, if you tech savvy, this is the perfect time to be an independent artist.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because you can control,
The
your
whole-
own destiny.
yeah.
You can book your own shows.
Yep.
Real
You know
talk.
what I'm saying? You can put your music out on whatever platform you feel like it. You can put your videos out on whatever platform you
Yep.
feel like it, and you can benefit from it directly. You deal with people. You get you a small team together
Oh, yeah.
that believes in you, and you can do whatever
That's
you
all
need.
you need. That's all you need. A lot of people think that it's this whole narrative of you need 1 million people with you. You know, it's even a thing called, 1,000 fans. You know, you get 1,000 fans to spend $100 with you independently.
You living good.
wrapped
You living
up.
good.
You know what I'm saying? But like I said, we don't think like that because the narrative is otherwise. The narrative is, no, get your pennies from streaming because it's accessible for everybody. My thing is, if you really a supporter of the artist and of the music, you gonna go to the website.
We found ways to digest music long before streaming came along. And when you talk about like the CD, I mean, me and Jay a little bit older. So I mean, the CD aspect, like it was an event. I remember when I bought Doggy Style
like you said,
on
it was an
CD,
experience.
and I opened it up for the first time and looked.
Plastic
And you had
off,
the fucking the book
you
with
had
the
the
track
book
list, and you
with
can
the-
read the credits and all that.
or the
shit.
lyrics. The lyrics. I remember the booklets with the whole
Yeah,
lyrics.
hell yeah.
I think it was like a Kurt Franklin CD I still got, like, with the lyrics. And I'm like, bro, I'm like listening to the song and like reading the
funny.
lyrics. It's a whole experience.
It's funny now because Apple Music will throw the lyrics in there and shit. Like, they got lyrics. Like, nigga, all this shit used to have lyrics. Like,
I was just
Shit.
looking at mine the other night. I'm like, dang, but what if I could like look at a paper, then pull out the whole poster
Yeah.
and look at the
I
back
was just
and
about
look
to
at
say,
the
like Lil
signature.
Bow Wow, he had his album to where you pull out the pamphlet,
And it
you
was
get to
a
open that
whole
whole. He had a
poster.
whole poster posing and
It's
shit.
like,
Like,
damn, I got an album booklet and a poster.
But you see how we remembering Lil Bow Wow?
Yeah.
Like, you can't do this shit with no damn Apple Music looking at the.
My
you
son
can't do that.
My
shit.
son's 16, got an iPhone. He ain't never bought a CD before in his life because he's never had to.
Wow.
For him, that
accessibility
It's
is
literally
right.
right
experience
there on the phone.
that experience has completely passed him.
They tried to duplicate the shit, but it don't work. Like if you buy a certain shit from iTunes and not an Apple Music, they get the digital booklet. So from your computer, you can download it like that, but it's not the same.
not
fam.
the same.
You can't take your finger and flip that fucking page, bro. It's not the damn
It ain't the same,
Dang,
dog.
it
It ain't
ain't.
the same. Because I used to want to know what the back of that bitch look like.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got the album cover, but what the back of it look
Yeah.
like? You know what I'm saying?
How the paper feel?
I was just about to say, like, the material, like, you go to Target or Best Buy or some shit, you buy an album, you feel
Is it
that
gloss?
shit. But then
Is
you
it-
go to the African Fest down there, Hart Plaza and shit, you feel that paper, you like,
Thin as hell.
Oh,
This
shit.
ain't it.
You know, I got the
my
bootleg
man-
version.
My
but-
man who walked up with the CD with the
But that's just an experience in itself, like wanting to feel the good paper. Like I got a good ass CD. I got the deluxe. You know what I mean?
Right.
Woo,
I mean,
woo.
we've had other artists come in here and like they'll leave us with like a CD. And I remember, not too long ago, CD quality was a thing. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
like
right.
It was an expectation for when you
Right.
got for when you got some music. And I mean,
Definitely.
it's not to say that like somebody got to give us something, but it's nice to have something tangible. Like,
Right.
oh, they came through this. What we got from it.
Exactly.
Like that's cool.
Exactly.
I mean, it shows. On top of that, it shows that.
Oh,
you
yeah,
spent
shout
money
out
on
to
top of that
Alexis.
shit.
Period.
Shit, Violent Giant,
Yeah.
Nolan
I listen to Violent Giant
no,
every day
no.
because it's the only CD in my car.
It's
You know
time,
what I'm
sis.
saying?
with me.
Hey,
It's time, sis. DIA
Alexis all
performance. DIA
okay.
performance.
I remember.
Yep. Yeah. Shout out to Alexis for sure. That's big sis right there. Shout out to her.
So man, it's been a journey with music. Now the project that you've been pushing, Chénges.
Yeah.
It's do we call that an EP now?
Yeah, it's for sure. I feel like it was a piece,
Yeah.
It was
'Cause
for sure a piece. Even with the track list, seed, root, stem, and leaf, it wasn't a complete process of what do I want to call it? I guess a complete process of changes. It was just like I felt like Leaf was just a perfect song and a perfect moment for me to stop at. I don't think I had blossomed into a flower or anything like that. Yeah, they were just like, okay, I got these necessary components, but I'm still waiting to change and to blossom and to develop into that next step. But yeah, it was just like it really started off. The whole project started off as like some personal changes that I was going through, and then just me being an artist, I conveyed those personal changes over to like artistic changes, and it also showed people like, whoa, she didn't just change as a person, but like this is a whole different approach.
Like, it's not just a bunch of bars. Like this is music.
Yeah, thank you.
You know what I mean? Like
I appreciate that.
it's an experience.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? So
thank you.
And I think, you said something like you haven't blossomed yet. People don't understand patience in the process.
Right.
Is that when you plant a seed, the last thing you're going to get is the fruit. You know what I'm saying? Like everything else grows and that's the finalization of what you planted.
man,
That's deep as
That's
hell,
what it is,
for real.
yeah.
man, I got a plant at home, right? That I got from my mom's service. You know what I mean? So like I'm gonna keep this plant like forever. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
for real.
But like I went through so many changes with this plant, and like as for how you water it, like through different seasons, you gotta water it different. Like I was
Right.
watering too much. I made some shit so I can put the water to the bottom, but it takes a lot of care. And then like it's April, like mid-March, through the wintertime, shit close up, start dying. But like March come around and the lilies start popping up like dog, all this extra shit
All
you've been
that
doing
yeah,
for the
just to get
last
here.
almost year and a half now, you know what I'm saying? Like all that, like boom, look at it out here flourishing. But like it takes a lot of change and
does.
little adjustments. Like, all right, bet. First it was every week I was watering. All right, well now I think that's too much, so let's try 2 weeks. Oh, 1 month in the winter months or whatever.
Right.
And it's just little tiny adjustments to make. All right, how much light to give, whatever. So,
Right.
It's just like life. You know what I mean? It's just like having a baby. How you were saying, you go from caring. You always gonna care about your kid, but you go from caring about it 24/7 to, you kind of slow up. You ain't slow up, and depending on how you raise that kid, you go the extra mile with raising the kid. When he grow up, you see you done raised a good ass, like a
good adult.
a good adult. You know what I mean? So that's just a little comparison with the plant.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's dope. I enjoy Chénges.
Thank you.
It's I don't know what I was expecting, but like it got there.
I feel like a lot of people didn't know what to expect because it's just like I'm not like I don't know. I'm not like what do I want to say? I don't want to, what I'm saying,
Don't
like
put yourself
say
in a
something.
box or
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah.
because I don't know. This year I may push him on out. You know what I'm saying? He's like, damn, she done dropped about 6 tapes in 2 months. Like, but I don't know. I think I really like to take my time with my project. So I think, people didn't know. They just like, bro, like, is it gonna be bars? Like, cause it was a lot of people saying like, I'm ready for the bars, and I kind of was like, ooh, y'all niggas gonna hate me. Like, it ain't the bars. I mean, it's something like that, but it's some changes, you know.
I think. Well, when you were talking about sometimes the audience don't like, you can't really dictate the kind of art I'm gonna give to you. Like artists get like, so
I think sometimes you should just walk into a situation without those expectations and just enjoy the music.
I think that's what M had did for his last stuff that he had dropped. He was like, I didn't really want to do too much promo of it because I didn't want to give people the time to have expectations. I just wanted to drop the track list and then next thing you know, just drop the album.
But like Jay was saying, once you reach a certain platform, a certain echelon as an artist, you don't have to go through the regular rollout.
Right.
Eminem don't have to go to Sway in the morning and spit no bars.
No. He dropped the cover and we like...
No, literally. You wake up on Thursday, you put the track list on Instagram.
Last week.
Coming soon.
Period.
Queen B just drop her fucking album and your Netflix shit in one day. Like, all right, here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Go crazy.
Sure. For sure. Shout out to B. Period.
Break, and shut the internet down every fucking time.
And Beyonce, man, shout out to Beyonce. She just such a phenomenal artist. Like, just even how I literally just seen the post that, I responded to. And, it was Ariana Grande. I think that's how you pronounce her last name. She, I guess she got like maybe 8 million for Coachella, and they were saying like, Beyonce got 4 million, but at the same time, you got to think about it. Beyonce negotiated 4 million. She still was able to obtain exclusive rights for her performance, which led to a Netflix deal. And then she also was able to release a live album, which has streaming, rights as well. So it's a difference between an artist and an entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? She was able to see that position and make it work for her versus I'm going to just take the 8 million for the performance.
And she's on such a higher plane. You know what I'm saying? Whenever Beyonce does something, it's an
big
event.
Yeah. And it's an experience.
40 million or something for Netflix.
And I'm not to say that I'm the hugest Beyonce fan, but I can respect the work that she puts in.
Definitely.
When I saw that she practiced 8 months for a 2-hour performance.
Oh, yeah.
I
looked at myself like, damn. I need to step it on up because I practice for 30 minutes and be like, all right, we good. We about to kill the show next week. She just said 15 hours. She got twins. She got another kid. She got a husband. She's a human being. You know what I'm saying?
She probably in there cracking a whip on them damn girls.
Man, what's so funny is though,
shout out to
like
V.
the amount of detail that you put in a performance is one thing, but I need everything to be A1. So I need the video to be edited correctly, right? So it's a little joke that was flying around. So it's a little a snippet of her performance out where the dancers was dancing and like the dancers changed clothes. So it's really two different videos.
Oh yeah, it go from the yellow to the pink. I said, what now?
But
the edit was flawed.
The editing was so crazy.
Do you know how fucking difficult that is, dog? Like in real life.
The continuity behind that shit.
That shit is difficult.
I was watching that in Berlin. I hit the group chat. Shout out the squad. I hit the group chat like, hey, y'all got Netflix password. I need to watch this. I need to watch it. And I was watching it and I seen that shit. I said, what in the hell? I said, I think I'm tweaking. Like, did she just change from yellow to pink?
I watched that shit 4 times before I figured out what they was talking about. I didn't catch it the first time. I'm like, what are y'all talking about?
It was so crazy. The execution is just, but see, that's that passion. You know what I'm saying? She cares about how it's appealing to people.
Cares about every detail.
Because that was a year ago. So I did that performance at Coachella last year. This Coachella was like last week.
Like you said,
so it took me an entire year.
Yeah.
I want this shit. I'm on every scene, everything. I want that shit together.
Yeah.
If it took me 8 months to prepare for this actual performance, it's gonna take you a year to get this video.
Her work ethic is something crazy. Like Che was talking about this the other day. I forgot what she was watching. She's talking about how Beyonce be running. She used to have to like do laps and sing or something.
Yeah,
like
just like jogging and like singing at the same time.
That may
she was younger.
That may sound cool for conversation, but just y'all, let's just think about having to sing.
That's tough.
Hold a note while fucking jogging.
Like
bro.
rapping and doing that is tough. So imagine trying to, really hit a note.
So y'all know like Game of Thrones been like dominating like the social media and everything like that.
I never seen that show, but I think Chloe and Holly just did I think like the soundtrack for that or something like that. So peep this.
So this episode that's coming up on Sunday, it's gonna be like their battle episode. Mm-hmm. They shot this episode for 55 days.
Wow.
Oh.
55 days they shot. movies take 2 months to record.
Right.
They shot this
For an hour show.
This episode part I think is gonna be like an hour and 40 minutes or something like that. 55 days for this one battle scene. Like that's some attention to detail. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is going crazy about this fucking show because like when you get to mastery level of anything,
Right.
that's the kind of the work ethic that puts
takes.
into something.
Oh, yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
definitely.
Clearly Beyonce didn't hit mastery level.
Right.
Clearly
Maybe
Kendrick
past that
has
shit.
hit mastery level.
Yep.
Or Cole, like, listen,
Dre.
you know what I'm saying? Like I'm
Definitely.
gonna chill. I'm gonna get this body of work together. If it ain't perfect, it ain't coming out.
Oh yeah. And I respect that. I respect it so much because like you said earlier, you know, when you put it out there, you know it's going to get critiqued. But it's like you want to put your best work out there. So it's like even for artists to be like, you know what, I know y'all want it right now, but it's going to take a year. And to still be confident when they drop it, you know, to still have that same drive as when they first recorded it. You know what I'm saying? That shit takes a lot because like I said, it's a lot of music I done already worked on. And I'm like, look, I'm over this, you know, but to still be able to have that same passion about it when you actually drop that content, that's crazy.
But when you talk about all those artists that you name, you know, there are some definitive factors there. When you talk about that faith, that self-confidence, that knowing that when I put this out, I've put perfection into it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Sonically, it sounds good. Every song, I'm not putting out a song unless it's mixed and mastered to
down
perfection.
to the T. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Also, what stands out about them, and I like the route that you're going, is like a lot of artists, like we know what's popular, we know what kind of beats is going. Like if I want to throw a trap beat and ride the flow with a certain melody, I can. However, like if you think about a Kanye, even though he crazy and shit, if you think about a Jay or a Kendrick or a Cole, or even Beyonce, like I want to hear what they have to say next.
Right.
I don't necessarily care what the music sounds like.
They're pushing the culture.
I want to hear what they have to say next. So if I listen to Chénges and I hear it's all like it's a one cohesive project, well now I want to hear what the next project gonna sound like. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Versus I don't, and it's not a shot at them, but like I don't necessarily care about what the next Migo project sound like. I have a general idea it's gonna be.
You know what it's gonna be.
You know what I'm saying? But like I literally want to know what the fuck Kendrick gonna be talking about on this next project because within the next 7 to 8 months, I know it's gonna come.
See, that's deep, and I think that's really affirming for, you know, even me and him as artists to hear that because we have conversations about this all the time. Like I cherish Chénges. Oh my God, like that's my baby. You know what I'm saying? It's like I know what else I can do, but I just be telling him, I'm like, bro, we can still go so much further with Chénges. And he like, I get it, but we got to keep changing. You know what I'm saying? Don't stay on the same thing too long. But it's just such a versatile piece. And just such a universal piece of I don't even really want to say music. It's just a whole experience. Because like I said, it started off with personal changes. It's just like, damn, like to hear that, you know, even like the audience like appreciates that and like that they actually care what you're going to say next or how do you feel about certain topics. That's
feel
really
about
affirming.
Nas?
About who?
Nas.
Oh man, I fuck with Nas. What you mean? Why you acting like that?
No, I just asked because I heard some If I Rule the World.
Oh,
I would,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So I figured that had some
shout out
influence
to
on it.
Nas. Shout out to Nas for sure, man. Yeah, Nas is ill. No pun intended. I've been driving all them this whole damn interview, but no, man, Nas is hard. Like I said, the whole, you know, If I Ruled the World, I had to play on that, and especially with Lauryn Hill. Oh my gosh, shout out to Lauryn Hill. If you are watching this, please, I love you. We have to work together. Literally.
So last week, me and Dame, I forget what's the girl, Meg Thee Stallion.
Oh yeah. Shout out to Meg.
Her day came
my
up.
girl.
We was talking about unfortunately, I could see them like pitting her against whoever the next.
Right.
And we was like, it's only a certain type of female artists that they usually pit against each other.
Right.
Like you come in, it's like we gonna make you the sex kitten, so we gonna do certain things, and then they kind of like get put. So Nicki and
put against exactly, yeah.
Lil Kim and Foxy, y'all get put against each other. You get put against each other. Like so, how? When you looking at female MCs, like, do you notice things like that, or what do you think about how the landscape is, or how do you think y'all treat it inside of the culture as a whole?
I think from a woman's standpoint, it's weird. I don't like it because it's like I just said, I mess with Meg, but you hear how I rap, you know, but I Meg, what's good? Period. Man, for real. No, shout out to Meg, dog. Meg the Stallion. But no, I feel like I appreciate the artists for what they have to bring. You know, I don't want somebody to be what they're not. You know what I'm saying? And if I don't rock with it, I just don't rock with it. Rock with it. I ain't gonna fabricate it. But I just feel like the whole comparing another woman to another woman, it's so draining because it's like we got 30,000 male rappers by the name of Lil something. Yeah. And it's like you ain't gonna ask Lil Yachty how he feel about Lil Uzi or how Lil Wayne feel about Lil Pump. And you know, but
it happened.
I mean, no, it does happen.
How you feel about Lil Nas X?
but no, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that was really an important question. And shout out to Dave East too, because you know, people gotta keep it real. You know what I'm saying? I'm of the younger generation, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you got to think about it. Like, you got the name Nas in your rap name. And then you got
Little,
X.
Nas,
then you got X for Malcolm X. You know, I mean, that's just what I took. You know, I mean, that I can be 100% wrong, but that's just what my, you know, general assumption was. And it's like, all right, now these are two figures that really, you know, move the culture.
That got a certain energy.
Exactly. You know, so I feel like it was a trolling type thing. You know what I'm saying? And me personally, I
think the whole thing is fake.
Yeah, I don't rock with that. You know what I'm saying? That ain't nothing, you know, to him, you know, personally or anything, but I don't mess with the whole trolling stuff because it's like, you know, you got legends that really paved the way. Paved the way for your little silly ass to get up on the microphone and do something silly like that.
I forget who I was listening to. They was like, he signed in Columbia. Like, that whole thing may have been just like he got kicked off the charts and now everybody started talking about it and got behind it. Like, oh, let's get behind the black kid because you know what I'm saying? I think that shit was some.
I'm not hating. I just can't get with the song.
Right.
I don't care who he put on it. Billy Ray's like I ain't interested. I ain't interested.
Like sonically,
it ain't trolling. Period.
Like sonically, it's like it's catchy and shit, right?
It's catchy, but a lot of stuff is catchy. But is it brain food? Is it really feeding the people? Is
my son listens to Baby Shark. It's catchy, but I don't say it.
Don't say it. Don't say it. No, I don't want that shit in my head. That shit was in my head.
Niggas will walk out this bitch singing that shit.
Man, I don't want to sing.
But like I'm just not interested to hear that entire song.
Like a song could be good and still be corny.
For sure.
Like niggas thought MC Hammer was corny.
Ice
like fucking songs.
Ice Baby, that shit was
corny.
But hip hop has always had
facts.
Like the real shit, and the corny shit. But they've always coexisted in the same room.
I feel like today though,
always out of hand.
I feel like, bro, we ain't even got no damn morality. We don't.
The morality
of today right now is non-existent. So I feel like this whole trolling shit is at the top because we don't have no fucking guidelines. We don't have no morals that we follow anymore. You know what I mean? You're not gonna come out, no disrespect to my mans, but dog, in reality, bro, you're not gonna come out and say like the little Nas X thing, but still like say you still understand the morality of the rap thing, still understand the morality of our culture. Where did we even get it? I remember in elementary school, I got hip to the whole X, putting X after your name because of what Malcolm X did and why he did it. And so it's like for somebody to even put X without putting because I could see somebody saying like, oh, well, I did it out of love and out of respect of XXX and Tentacion, and it's like, but that's
he can't have it.
You can't do that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I know what you was going for with the whole Lil Nas X shit, so it's just like, I just feel like that shit result with the whole morality.
There's a lot of X's that can get burned up before. God bless, you know, Triple X, but like DMX, Sadat X.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, you know what I'm saying? X to the Z exhibit.
Exactly.
Like, it's a lot of X's that I think about before.
I feel like when you bring up XXX and Tentacion, you don't even think about Malcolm X, but when you bring up, like you were just saying, the other people with the X's on their name, the first person you think of.
And I think that comes with knowledge, you know what I'm saying? And really like understanding like the history and like the culture of hip hop, you know, or just black history, period. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, we're not going to think of DMX, especially somebody in our age group. We gonna DMX, like, man, what you mean? Wild. DMX? No, for real. Like, bro, I grew up on DMX. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about?
Just as much as Snoop, just as much as everybody else.
Yeah, like,
back
you know,
then.
and I think I literally, like, I had these fake little interviews with myself, like, every day. So literally, like, 2 days ago, I was sitting on my bed talking about this, and it's like, I think it's a huge disconnection from the younger generation and the older generation, the OGs and, you know, or what we call it now, the old heads, you know, and that ain't no disrespect to the OGs. Shout shout out to the OGs because we need y'all. But you know, the OGs and the younger generation, and it's like me personally, you gotta think back to the whole Jim Crow. You know, you got the light skin versus dark skin, you got the men versus the women, you got the old versus the young. So it's like if there's a separation from us already, it's a lack of respect, it's a lack of knowledge, it's a lack of understanding, it's a lack of passion, it's just a whole lack. And that's exactly what we lack. And we don't even understand each other because we don't care to.
Yeah.
But
and it's my fault.
No, not to cut you off, but it's another thing is that it's that lack of love.
Oh yeah.
Because it used to
that's the main thing.
It
right
used to be
there.
a time where like if you was an OG and you would, you know, you still in the game, you still with it. You put your arm around a young nigga and say, I rock with this. I'll fuck with this. You know, I'm going to jump on this with you and show you some love.
But see, my fault, I didn't mean to cut you off. But see, nowadays, you know, being in the young cat, it's like, I don't need you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is my stuff. We in the streaming era.
Y'all
we in
know
the
shit.
viral era.
Y'all know
old. Y'all old. You know what I'm saying? And that's not us personally, but
Yeah,
that's
I get
how
it, I
our,
get it.
you know, and this, like I said.
But yeah, a nigga is old, but help me out.
Yeah, I
So-
mean, we all need each other because it's like I can use your wisdom and like, okay, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Your music may not be as viral now, but you may be able to use the attention. Let's work together.
Yeah.
We need that.
And hip hop specifically, it's such a young of a genre of music. It's like, fam, right now we just seeing elder statesmen the end of their careers. Like Snoop came out in 92. Like he's still out here and relevant, right?
Right.
Like
Before I was
we don't
born.
know how long or like so T.I. He came out what 03? You know what I'm saying? Now
Hip hop is only 40 years old in his entire
like so for
existence.
instance, DMX
that's-
dropped in 98, right? You know what I'm saying? So he been in the game 20 years. The Locks been in the game 20 fucking years, but like they still out here, they still doing tours, they doing like so.
Right.
And
they
tell me
like-
Jada won't out rap your favorite rapper right
Fact.
now.
But what I'm saying is, so if you got somebody
can't
from the
even do
younger
it.
generation, he was like, "All right, y'all time to finish. Y'all can move on." Like, no, we still cook. Like, we can. This gonna go this way, and then y'all can
And
go
y'all
this
gon-
way.
yeah,
we can go at
yeah.
the same time. It don't gotta be.
It's enough for everybody.
It don't gotta be. All right, you can leave and you can come. Like, no, we
Because
coexist.
hip hop is the only genre that does that. When you look at like rap,
country.
you know, country music, like
even R&B sometimes.
they
you know?
touring forever. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Rolling Stones, Grateful Dead,
Man.
like they touring
They be in
forever.
the
Now, we
wheelchair
toured
singing.
because it's an old school Legends concert here 4-5 times.
Yeah.
a
Yeah, that's
year.
true.
I
Down that
supposed,
Shane
like-
Park.
I
It
supposed
could
to
be-
be going to that Nas and Mary J. Blige one coming up
Likewise.
this year. Period. Yeah, I appreciate it. But I did want to get back to the comment. My fault. To the comment on the whole women
Yeah.
comparison type thing. You know, like I said, just for the record, me personally, I rock with, I got the females, who I definitely rock with. And I feel like there's this whole thing of, just because you're a woman, you should work with another woman.
Yeah.
And I feel like sometimes there's a lot of behind the scenes things that, take place that a lot of people may not know about. And that's what results in the tension. I don't know I don't even really want to speak on it, but I mean, whatever we hear, but the whole Cardi B and Nicki situation, we don't know. It may be something way more serious than the Met Gala or whatever gala that whole thing was. I just feel like, me personally, if it's genuine, then, and if it's appropriate, then yeah, work together. If it's not, that's okay. I can salute the next female and don't have to be on her record. I can like her picture and that can just be enough because it's a genuine gesture. You don't have to be on everything just to show your support for something.
I think all that shit just be industry created.
Yeah.
Because I ain't never heard nobody say, let's put Rhapsody against Dreezy. Like, I've never heard of two
Queen
two
Latifah or the
spitters.
Brat or something.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it's only a certain type of artists that they take
and then they do that
and they
too.
push them
Yeah.
together.
Mhm.
I mean, it's only
Yeah,
like
for sure.
Man, that's real.
That's real. That's a good observation for sure. Because I mean, it's 100% true. It's like you of this type. Okay, we gonna do.
we
this.
gonna put y'all
You know what I'm
together. We gonna
saying?
make y'all
yeah,
beef.
and it's like, man, come on now. Like we don't need that as black people. Period. But
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Especially it's like black women. Like me being a black woman myself, we don't need that shit. Like we need to stick together, and we need to stick together with our men too. All that men is trash, and we really talking about black men. We need to stop that shit. That shit is lame.
Facts.
Stop that. Black people, we need each other more than anything right now. All that other stuff, I don't care. Y'all can call me whatever y'all want to. We need that.
We need each other.
I had to just
100%. We need each other.
Period.
So what's next?
Oh, okay. Well, I can say a little, but not too much.
Okay.
You nudge me if I'm talking too much. Me and him, like I said, we have been working on a lot of things. But for the most part, I've really been like taking a lot of time to like just refocus on my approach as just like a person, and even like as an artist. I think it's just like everybody is in it like this like rebranding type of thing, you know. And even with the recent passing of, you know, Nipsey Hussle, like rest in peace to Nipsey, like it make you really realize a lot of shit, you know, like damn, like okay, I knew Nipsey, you know, impacted me, but it's like damn, to see the whole impact that he had on the world, it's like I was thinking about it earlier, like it's like every 5 minutes, it's like, damn, my nigga Nip. Like,
Facts.
Like that hurt because it feel like not only is the person gone, but it's like the knowledge is gone and the hope is gone and that light at the end of the tunnel is gone, it's dull. And then when you look at what is being promoted today, you like, what the hell is going on? What is going on? Mm-hmm. What can I have to look to? Who can I have to look to for that crutch, for that inspiration, for that knowledge? Who? You know, and I'm not trying to put it on anybody's back because sometimes I hate when people, you know, do it to me like, you got to be a role model, you got to be a role model. But for a person like Nipsey to be that genuine, he was just himself. Yeah. He was just a light himself. You know what I'm saying? But to have that effect on people, it make you really realize a lot of shit about yourself. Like, okay, what do I want my next move to be? Is it just about myself or is it going to impact my people? How is it going to impact my people? And 5 years from now, how is this going to help me? Is it going to be positive or negative? You know, I need to watch what I say. I need to watch what I do because it's not just about me now. I got kids looking at me. I know I'm 25, but I still got people that's looking at me like, you my big sister. You know, I may not have my mom in my home. I may not have my auntie in my home. So you are that person. And it's something to be mindful of. It ain't nothing to be fabricated about, but it's like that's a fucking blessing to have that impact on people. So really what's next for me is just trying to just rebrand myself on who Che wants to be, what Che wants to be known for, and like who Che is also doing it for. Yes, I'm doing it for myself at the same time, but now I'm realizing this shit is bigger than
Facts,
me.
100%.
You know? Even the whole Chénges stuff, it's like, you know, it was like a younger student, you know, I won't disclose names, schools, nothing like that, but it was a younger student that I was told about that listens to my track Leaf because she's depressed. Now, when I was in school, K through 8, I don't think that I really was listening to music because I was depressed.
Never. You didn't even know that you were depressed.
You know,
you don't know what the hell you was going through.
So that right there is like, damn, that make me sit back and be like, this ain't just no little music shit that you can play around with. You know what I'm saying? And even if you do, you still got to be mindful of what you're saying.
Yeah,
you know?
Once it get out there, like, whether you intended it to or not, like, it has impact on the world.
Yes.
And I'm going to feel responsible for that impact.
Exactly. So it's a really humbling process because a lot of things that I wanted to do, I've kind of held off on them now because I'm like, I have a whole different perspective of things. And I'm not saying that my music is going to be all kumbaya. I'm not saying that. I'm a realistic person. I'm a realistic artist. Yeah. If I feel sad, I'm going to let you know that. If I feel pissed off, I'm going to let you know that. If I feel good, I'm going to let you know that. Whatever. I'm going to give you all of me. You know what I'm saying? So it's just going to be raw. It's going to be real. But at the same time, I still have that tucked in the back of my mind. Like, you got a platform. You got impact on people. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no whole cliche thing of what would Nipsey do, but it's just like, damn, bro, like, for him to be gone, that shit don't fit right with me. Like, it's just, I don't know. Like, I feel like it makes everybody kind of think as of now, like, damn, like, even an artist, a painter, like, okay, my next piece that I paint,
this gotta live on forever.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's sad that it takes people's passing for us to realize these things about ourselves and about other people who are here on earth. That's why we got to give people their roses while they can smell them. Thanks. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, it's all a learning experience, you know what I'm saying? But I just want to say, you know, rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle. And you know what I'm saying? Like, we just got to be, you know what I'm saying? Just I don't know, it's just big. Like, it's a bigger fucking picture. I ain't gonna tell people to just rap and do things that you don't genuinely want to do, because we need passion. We need genuine passion with it.
100%.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, people, start paying attention to the people that's really doing something for the people. Start paying attention to the people with content. Start paying attention to the people who are paying attention to the people. You know what I'm saying? That's damn near all I gotta say right there.
Man, you know what? I seen a quote that one of the twins put up. Miles put it up. He say, pay attention to who prepared the food for thought. Miles Dixon. Like, I was like, pay attention to who prepared the food for thought. I'm like, okay.
Make you think.
Yeah,
It do.
for sure.
It do.
Like, all the shit that we be hearing and we have emotional reaction to, somebody prepared that thought for you.
Yeah.
So let's think about who prepared that food for thought.
Real
I
talk.
like that. I like that. You got a whose man's is
Damn, who
this?
said that?
Miles Dixon.
Damn.
He probably in this building tonight too, matter of fact.
Shouts out
That's
Miles
real.
Dixon.
For real.
That was some real shit, brother, man.
Yeah, who your music pick to this week?
You know, as tradition, when we have an artist come through as guests, that's always our music pick for the week. So no need to break tradition today. Chénges by Che. That's gonna be our
Chénges.
CHENGES.
Yes.
and then you know I can't leave a homie out because
Coney Run.
we've been rocking with
Word,
dope.
word,
We've had
word.
Dope Div up in here before.
Yes.
Coney Run, and it's my local Coney on 6 Mile and Schaefer.
You already know.
So
You already know.
Off to 6.
We drop both of those links in the show description.
for sure.
Oh man, who man's is this? Oh man, I didn't want to do this one.
I saw it earlier in the week, so you got to give it to him.
I know, man. I gotta be consistent though. You know what I'm saying? Because in the past, so y'all know me. I don't like this slave shit. Like, I don't like seeing pictures of bodies hanging from trees.
Hell no.
I don't like that shit in TV shows. I don't like that shit in video games.
Fuck no.
So YG got a video for Stop Snitching. I like the song. I like the content of the song. But I'm just so conflicted with this video, dog. Like, I'm just so conflicted with the video. It starts off the slaves or for the people, because there's no such thing as a slave. The people in the house, like, hey, we about to get out of here tonight. And some nigga over there like, man, you sure you want to stay over here? Like, hey, nigga, we out. Long story short, they try to escape. One of them get told on, and like they in the cotton fields dancing and shit. And at the end of the video, YG like hanging from the tree and shit. Like, I'm so conflicted because technically that story kind of mimics like Denmark Vesey. You know what I'm saying? That slave revolt that got squashed in South Carolina because somebody ratted them out, which is going to be the largest slave revolt. But on the other hand, I'm like, fam, I don't need to see this visual. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm cool with the slave shit. I'm cool with y'all dancing.
I've seen enough of it.
Cotton fields and like the hanging on the trees and shit. Like, I don't want to see that shit, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want it. I get it. The whole play the snitching roll into it because I'm straight, dog. Like, that's just too much. I don't. And literally what I thought, I was like, I don't think Nipsey would have liked this shit. Like, that was your man. You know what I'm saying? But like, I just don't. That shit didn't sit well with me. I'm conflicted about it because, you know, I just don't like that slave shit. You know what I'm saying? When what was that game that had the shit in there?
It was one of them Call of Duty games.
Yeah, it had the fucking dead bodies and shit hanging. Like, I don't like when nobody do it. I don't like when white folks do it. I don't like when we do it. Like, leave the slave shit alone. Leave hanging black men in trees alone. I don't need that to be on my timeline. I'm scrolling my timeline. I don't need to see a body hanging from a tree, a black man hanging from a tree. Oh, I don't need to see that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, I fuck with YG, but who man's this? I'm not okay with the video.
Fair enough. You got to keep it consistent. Time for the benediction.
Yes. Well, actually, Shay, how can they find you?
Oh, yeah. Y'all can find me on everything social media at Detroit Che, or y'all can go to my website, smhistime.com. Shaking my head is time.com, smhistime.com. And make sure y'all follow Ali Keys.
Yep, y'all can follow me at dopediv_Ali. That's DOPEDIV_Ali. Go ahead, click the link in my bio. Coney Run, it's out, all streaming services, you feel me? Whoop-de-whoop.
Yeah, period. Make sure y'all get Coney Run and Chénges, you know what I'm saying? And y'all can hit a vegan Coney Run downtown at what is that? Chili
mustard onions.
Yep.
Yeah, I've been to
mhm.
one
We had
time.
just
I love it.
Yep, we just hit that up earlier.
The
So
vegan Coney Run.
Yeah, the
make sure
vegan
y'all
Coney
follow.
Run.
Make sure
You
y'all
gotta
follow
eat better.
Dope Div.
You gotta
He
eat
and Dope
better.
Div Drew
oh
as well.
yeah, that shit.
Okay, I done had I had that chicken sandwich, I done had that coney, I done had that chili fried with cheese.
And you talking
And
about
it
the
had
CMO
that-
place?
Yeah, and it had
Yeah.
that Big Mac.
Yeah,
I
you
just
had the
bird.
Big
I'm
Mac
like, man, I
today.
want another one. That boy
Fire.
You
slapped
just had
in
the
it.
Big
Yeah.
Mac today. I was looking over his shit like, damn.
Did you eat the sauce with it, or you got it on the side?
I got the sauce.
You had it on it.
Yeah.
Did it bang? Because I got it on
It
the
tastes
side.
like a Big Mac.
It was a little too mustardy. It was
It tastes
too
like a
mustardy
Big Mac.
for me, though.
Nah, the cheese that they use in that chili fries, I talked to the person. They said they make that shit with cashews.
Yeah,
Word.
yeah,
It's
cashew
fire,
cheese,
but you can't
yeah.
buy that shit nowhere because I can't never find good vegan cheese.
Yeah,
They
you
probably make
have
that
to,
shit.
they-
They
they-
probably
they
make
You'll
that
probably
shit
have to
right
make
there.
it.
You know
Yeah,
what I
you
mean?
can go. Now you can go on like Pinterest. Look up like just vegan like cashew cheese. Like look up some, you know what I'm saying, little recipes. It'll be all up on there. You can for sure hit the grocery store. Probably spend about like maybe $7 on the whole ingredients. Make the whole thing yourself.
Dope.
Yeah,
You ain't making no vegan cashew cheese.
Shit,
man, for real, do it. Do
You know,
it.
if I can cut cheese,
That's the number
I'll-
one thing.
I could
Everybody
be-
say that cheese.
you know what I'm
They
saying?
be
I
like,
don't- that's the only dairy I eat is cheese from pizza and tacos and shit and nachos.
"Bruh, yeah,
If I can get that shit out, I'm good.
you can do it.
I can.
You can
You
do
can do it. You can do it. You can do it.
I've been vegan for a year now, and me and this nigga used to eat chicken, fried chicken every
You used to
damn
hit
day.
Captain J's number 13.
I haven't had
Extra lemon pepper.
What
Man.
this? We kept this Popeyes.
Bro,
in
I was
business
about to
for
say
a
I
little
used to
bit.
hit the Popeyes too.
All the time.
But fuck that
Period.
Popeyes.
Yeah.
Man, skip it.
Yeah.
Fuck that Popeyes.
It's like we talking healthy. I'm saying I got a tape called Coney Run and shit. I be feeling so
Vegan Coney
It's all right,
Run.
vegan Coney Run. It's all right. It's all about the changes.
Yeah.
It's all about the
Change,
changes.
change,
There
change,
you go.
for real.
It's Dame going wild on everything that matters. Twitter, IG, add a nigga, I'll holler back at you.
Jay Johnson 313. More importantly, follow Shop Talk Podcast. When you see the blue and the black, you know where you at. Shop Talk Podcast Studios. Book some time.
And I'm not saying that we the Rockefeller podcast.
But we are Jay and Dame.
You forgot it, nigga.
Peace.